In this video, we're going to talk about Nicholas Latifi and why he is the most memeable driver in F1. Okay, so here you can see him crashing in Austria, just goes straight into that wall, the front end of the car, and then subsequently just spins around. Here you can see Latifi at the Hungaroring, once again just loses complete control of that car, and once again just the car spins as a result of him losing all sort of any kind of traction, whereas the other cars were easily able to go around that bend. You can see Latifi once again going around a hairpin, struggles a bit with grip, just loses that control, and once again just slams into the barrier. Another unforced error by the Canadian. And when you watch him in the sport, you realize that's something that he does quite a lot. Unforced errors are kind of his thing, whereas a lot of drivers you don't see it as often, but with Latifi he does it on a fairly frequent basis. Obviously the most famous being in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix in 2021 that eventually led to Max Verstappen getting the victory, getting his first world title over Lewis Hamilton. Here you can see him at Imola once again. He just goes straight onto that gravel as opposed to staying on track. And like I say, Latifi oftentimes struggles to stay on the road, on the track. More often than not, you'll see him on the grass or the gravel before heading into the barriers. And like I say, he's not a bad driver. He's just not really Formula One level. Similar to drivers like Stroll, etc. They're not bad. It's just that Formula One is the top level. So to warrant a place there, you have to warrant a place there, you have to be extremely, good. But Latifi is just not at that standard. Alright, so here you can see Latifi going past the Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton, and once again just loses complete grip of the car before rear-ending it into the wall. A big shunt, and quite a big contact, quite a sizable amount of contact with the wall. But like I say, once again, there was no pressure there. I mean, obviously there was a Mercedes next to him or fairly close to him, but even still it was going at a fairly leisurely pace, and so you wouldn't really expect that to be a hindrance or bother to Latifi. He could still easily make his way around the corner, but he still just fluffed his lines completely, and another poor mistake by the Canadian. Here you can see Latifi at the Abu Dhabi circuit. Once again, he just rear-ends it into that barrier. It's a very clumsy error by him, because I get that he was going at a fairly high speed, but even still, you would expect a driver in Formula One not to just make that kind of mistake. Like, it's fairly routine, just go around the corner. Like, you're trained to do this. You spend years in motorsport harnessing a craft, just trying to go around the corner. But like I say, with Latifi, a common occurrence is him struggling to get around corners. I don't know why, but that just seems to be his kryptonite whenever you watch him in the sport. And I don't know if he'll come back. I don't know if he'll make a return to F1. Obviously, he's not in it now, but if he does, it'll be kind of funny just to see how he does. Okay, so here you can see him once again go around the corner, and this is at the Saudi Arabia circuit in Jeddah. Once again goes head first. The front end of the car just slams into that wall, ends up losing his front wing as a result, or some of it, parts of it. But like I say, it's just like oftentimes when he messes up, it just causes parts of the car to come off to the contact with the wall. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be costly. Imagine if you are, the team principal of Williams, you've got a driver in Latifi who's known for, crashing into the wall or whatever. The amount of damage and the amount that would cost for them to, fix the car, repair it, it's going to be hella costly for the team, and that's probably one of the reasons why they decided to sack him. Here you can see Latifi go around the Monaco hairpin. Once again, instead of going around it, just goes headfirst into the barrier once again. A very frequent thing that Nicholas does, and that's why we call him the GOAT. Obviously as a joke, but like I say, you see the other drivers, they see the hairpin, they go around it. I know that it's a tight corner, that's why it's called the hairpin, but even still, it's like at least make an effort to go around it. But my man didn't even try. He just kind of gave up before he even tried going around, essentially.